Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mamaroneck Field to the Section 1 Class A Championship in boys lacrosse. This matchup is being contested between the Scarsdale Raiders and your Mamaroneck Tigers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Memorial Field at Mamaroneck High School, the home of the Tigers. At this time we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we remind you to be respectful spectators at tonight's game. We thank you for attending and hope that you enjoy the game.
Intro section. And welcome, sports fans, to Mamaroneck High School and LMC Media's presentation of the Section 1 Class A Championship game. This is Steve Anastas coming to you from Mamaroneck Field. Charlie, it is a fantastic night for lacrosse.
Definitely, Steve. Good weather. Later than usual in the season because of the COVID, because of the late season due to COVID. So here on June 13th, we're having a Section 1 final that we usually have about 2 weeks earlier. And this is it. This is the section final. There's no regional championship. There's no state final this year. This is the championship, and Scarsdale got in with an upset over North Rockland at 9-8 in the semifinals, and this sets up a rematch from a game that was 6-6 at the half, and then Mamaroneck won 14-8 only about two and a half weeks ago on May 27th at Scarsdale. The final score was 14-8 Tigers.
Definitely woke up the Mamaroneck Tigers and let them know this Scarsdale team is for real. We have the opening face-off coming to you live with Charlie McGraw. I'm Stephen Assis for LMC Media. Very excited to bring you sectional title action. The opening face-off is fielded by Andrew Galinsky, but then knocked free and fielded momentarily by Julian Higgins of Scarsdale. It remains on the ground, and finally, Brady Auker settles it for the Tigers.
Thought that was a late hit to the Scarsdale crowd, but
heading around the back of the net was Alex Martin, and now Henry Rayner will have it in the left wing.
Told me time of possession before the game, Steve, was going to be key here for Scarsdale. In order to pull off the upset, they're going to have to, because Mamaroneck dominated possession against Sufford, and that led to their big win in the semis.
Definitely. First shot turned away off of Grant Malice's stick, saved by the sophomore Andrew Lerman.
Great first save by Lerman.
Shot wide, taken by Jack Ramsey, the sophomore midi for the Tigers, and Mamaroneck is there to retain possession. Malice now has it, turns it back, looks to break down Adam Wasserman. Pass intercepted by Ben Miller. And here comes Scarsdale.
Uncharacteristic turnover by the star Grant Malice, who's going to Bucknell next year. Really a bad pass, but intercepted by Scarsdale.
Couldn't tell if he overthrew the first teammate or underthrew the second, but no matter. Scarsdale now has it. That is Nathan Seslow up on top for the Raiders. Raiders coming in with tremendous confidence after a victory over North Rockland, as Charlie mentioned, and definitely giving Mamaroneck all they could handle in the first half at home back in May. Alex Verney playing defense there. Good deflection by Verney on the drag of the shot by Jacob Goldstein. Goldstein with 25 goals and 35 assists on the season. He had 1 goal and 1 assist against the Tigers back in May. Henry Bennett was chasing there, hands it off to his teammate Verney. That is Rhett Needleman for the Raiders now, looking to go against Charlie Dente, who you may recognize from his hockey career at Mamaroneck. Verney riding well on Jason Koch. Shot wide, Freed chases it down and is successful, and a turnover goes to the Tigers.
Freed, another former hockey standout, great hustle there to get the turnover and the stop. After Scarsdale got 2 shots, that none were on target though.
Auker now racing into the offensive zone. He has a goal and an assist of his own. From the Scarsdale game.
He told me he was the defender to watch on the team. Already going to, committed to Cornell as a junior. And they're a pretty good Ivy League team. One of the best Ivy League teams every year.
Definitely a perennial contender in the Ivies.
Oh, wow.
Another errant pass by Malice.
Mamaroneck looks very tight, Steve, very tight.
And offsides is called, so the Raiders get the ball back near midfield and now race into the offensive zone. That is Julian Glantz against Auker. Auker drives the ball loose and will go the other way.
There's that future Cornell player shining there.
Malice now hands it off to Dente, and Barnard implores the senior to get into the offense.
Scarsdale had a player coming in late, so they were like a man down, but now they made it even.
Missed out on that opportunity, but now Jack Ramsey has it. Sends it around the back, and that is Martin, yes. Whip shot off the post. Oh, and a direct ricochet right into the waiting stick of Ben Miller. Miller hounded by Rayner. Now Miller thinking about shooting.
Still has it.
Good interception or deflection, turning into a turnover off the stick of Max Notif. Notif headed to Hamilton College in Utica, New York.
And the post has more saves than both goalies. No goals, no saves, and but the post had that save about a minute ago against Mamaroneck. Post crosswire was both those basically.
Jack Freed with a 73% save percentage on the season, and Paul Lerman. I lost him there. Oh, it's a 59% save percentage on the season.
Actually, Lerman does have a save. He made that one save early on.
Right, yes. Backhand, good for the first goal of the game. Jack Ramsey, the sophomore midi, goes backhand at 6:41 remaining in the first quarter. Mamaroneck on the board.
Took a while, but the Tigers strike first. And the beautiful backhand goal past Lerman, and it was a one-on-one matchup there. And he drew Lerman out, and then he just backhand shoveled it home, and the Tigers lead 1-0. Definitely longer than we're used to, as it was 5 minutes and 19 seconds, but nonetheless the Tigers will take the 1-0 lead on their second shot on goal. Actually third, because they hit the post.
Right, yes, definitely a rather unorthodox shooting method, and I think that's why he was able to fake out his defender. He probably didn't think he was going to continue on that path.
And he came from behind the goal too.
Exactly.
I think it was unassisted. It didn't look like.
Ooh, good save there by Freed as Paul LaMonica is dumped to the turf by the Mamaroneck defense.
He almost scored on the bouncer, but Freed makes his first save.
Great steal there by the Washington Elite commit, Alex Verney. He hands it off to David Belisle, and we have a stoppage. Timeout on the field. Timeout called by the Mamaroneck Tigers. So with 5:59 remaining in the first quarter, we will head to our first break here on LMC Varsity Sports.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools. Watching your government. With your neighbors. LMC Media. Building community through media.
Back with you at Mamaroneck High School, Charlie McGraw and Stephen Astis for LMC Media. Andrew Galinsky now brings it across the midline and passes over to Rayner. Galinsky gets it back, and he will settle the offense and start from there.
It was a good timeout by Coach Barnard before. They might have lost it. The ball if he didn't call it.
Definitely. Oh, shot sails just wide by Galinsky. Malice is there to retrieve it. The closest player gets possession, and he was standing back there, so he'll start from there. Galinsky with 21 goals and 13 assists on the season. He had 2 goals and an assist in the Scarsdale game on May 27th. Good save there by Lerman. 17 saves in the prior matchup. Oh, and a nice B-button move by Ben Miller. Headed to Bates to play lacrosse and football.
After getting the pass from Lerman after making the save. And he handed off to Baldwin, who has it.
Baldwin hounded by the larger Verney. Coughs up that pass, and the ball moves around to the top, and Nathan Seslow. Seslow shoved wide.
The Mamaroneck defense is much bigger than the Scarsdale forwards, Steve. That's a matchup to look for here.
With the size of Bennett and Verney to go along with the deftness of a player like Auker with the long stick, they are going to be harassing this Scarsdale offense all evening long. Good pass inside. And Seslow is unable to handle it, so Freed races to the corner. Gets it over to, yes, a penalty on the hit from behind as David Belial was racing into the offensive end for Mamaroneck. The Scarsdale fans let you know just how they feel about that one, Charlie.
A Graydon Diamond with the hit. He was going out of, towards the sideline, and the guy kind of laid him out. And
he was running with him well, Charlie, but if you take a look right here, you can see that he gets behind him before he puts the hit on him. He had the angle, but he didn't actually put the hit on him until Belial was passed.
Nonetheless, it's our first penalty of the game. It'll be our first man advantage.
30-second penalty. Extra man opportunity for the Tigers.
Very well represented Scarsdale fan base here. They did not like the call.
No, not at all. They move the ball rapidly around the top and start their play. Rayner hounded by Surin. Pass inside to Martin. And the one-timer goes in. Assist from Grant Malice, and Alex Martin is on the board with his first goal of the game.
And the University of Pennsylvania, another Ivy League school, another junior commit, scores the goal, and it's 2-0 Tigers on a good assist and a even better goal. And they make them pay about 10 to 15 seconds after the 30-second penalty happened. They score on the man advantage.
So that goal wipes the penalty off the board, and the score is now 2-0 Tigers.
It was about a 20-yard pass too, as we see as we look at it now, right in front. It's pretty sweet.
Illegal procedure by Scarsdale as Baldwin just was coming away with that face-off. Kobe Baldwin, the 10th grader, has an 85% win percentage on face-offs. So he is definitely frustrated that he wasn't able to get his offense started with that, what looked to be a very nice face-off win by him. But obviously the referee saw something I must have missed. Good deep move by Rhett Chambers.
Good save.
And a good save by Lerman.
Oh, I think he put his head down?
Yeah, he trapped the ball again, right.
Right, on that face-off with the penalty, yeah, he trapped it. But that takes us to where you got 3 minutes to go, Steve, in this first quarter.
Good pickup there, Charlie, and now a good clear by Scarsdale as Michael Jamesley brings it into the offensive zone and gets it to Jake Goldstein. Goldstein with 26 goals and 35 assists on the season.
And a huge possession here for Scarsdale, trailing 2-0 with 2:30 to go in this period. They've hung very tough. They took about 5:20 from Mamaroneck's high-powered offense to score, which is good for Scarsdale, but they want to cut the lead in half, definitely with a goal here. And they throw it away.
Good defense on 2 opportunities there from the junior Belial as he hounds the offense up on top and causes the interception to Henry Bennett. And here comes Brady Auker with his talented long stick midi abilities, and he will now retreat to the defensive end.
Walker looks great so far. Couple good defensive plays and brings it in and then goes back.
Galinsky didn't see the defense behind him, but no matter, he races forward and goes lefty on the stick side of Lerman for his second goal.
He got hit 3 times, and then he got the third hit, took him to the ground, and it didn't matter, and he scored anyway. That's a highlight reel play and probably a Play of the Week nominee.
Beautiful job from the sophomore midi, who came in off the sideline, or at least from the top of the box. Seemed to come out of nowhere. No, he was just up at the top as another player had come in.
Wow.
And he was being ridden the whole way from behind.
Technically assisted by Malice.
Ben Miller picked up that face-off, and after a whistle, Scarsdale will commence their offense. He gets it over to Frederick Kushnick, and another shot turned away.
Blocked right away.
Here he comes again, does Kushnick, but he sails that run and whip shot way over the goal, but Scarsdale is there to back it up. There's a buzz in the crowd as I think they saw the contact to Kushnick's head as he raced towards the goal, and they were looking for the penalty.
Scarsdale almost outnumbering Mamaroneck in terms of fans.
It does feel that way, but there are plenty of fans around the side, so I think it's probably about 50-50. These are crosstown rivals. They do border each other and have been competing against each other for literal decades. Good defense again by Mamaroneck. This time Max Notiff, but Scarsdale prevents them from even starting their clear, and now they have a broken opportunity. Oh, but turned away. Good job as they get Goldstein going away from the net instead of being able to stop and fire.
Speaking of decades, 1985 is...
Oh, and a goal there, I believe, was that Braden Diamond.
Braden Diamond. Is that Diamond or Raymond? We'll see
Take another look at it as he comes inside, loses possession momentarily. Great job by the Raiders to take advantage of the off-schedule possession.
Yeah, it was
and
Diamond.
They've cut it to a 3-1 game.
Braden Diamond, assisted by number 1.
Yes, it was Diamond on the goal for Scarsdale.
He got the penalty, so a good redeemer there. Assisted by Kobe Baldwin. And Mamaroneck gets another violation on the face-off with 25 seconds to go. 3-1 lead. Ooh, wow.
No penalty called there as Galinsky goes to the ground, and here come the Raiders on the fast break.
Ref was looking the other way.
Matthew Raymond had it and a timeout called with 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So we'll step away here at Memorial Field on LMC Media.
The LMC Media production van is a fully equipped mobile production unit. This custom-built van has cutting-edge professional video and telecommunications technology, high-definition cameras, and accommodates a full production crew. Interviews and events can be easily live-streamed from remote locations to the LMC cable channels and social media. This mobile unit allows for broadcasting from anywhere in our tri-municipal community and beyond. Sporting events, graduations, concerts, festivals, parades, and more. The LMC Media production van is ready to go whenever you need it.
Need technical support for your next meeting or presentation? LMC Media offers full-service meeting management virtually, in real life, or a hybrid of both. Our staff can run your meeting or webinar set up for in-person audiences to interact, or provide a professional space for you to stream. Contact us for more information at info@lmcmedia.org.
Stephen Assis with Charlie McGraw back at Mamaroneck High School. Scarsdale has now 5 seconds to see if they can get a shot off, and he basically just runs it out to the 40, and now will shoot from 25 yards out at the buzzer, harmlessly towards Jack Freed in goal, and we have the end of the first quarter. So the Mamaroneck Tigers strike with 3 goals, and Scarsdale 1. We'll be back in just a few moments on LMC Varsity Sports.
My name is Sean. I'm a regular volunteer here.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a volunteer. Today is my very first day. I've only been here about an hour.
LMC just provides a lot of opportunities for volunteers.
This was the first opportunity I've ever had to be like in a professional news setting.
I've learned on camera, I learned post-production, I've learned everything that I could possibly learn about the world of TV and production in general.
Everybody is extremely outgoing and very helpful. I think everyone seems to have a good time when they're making the show or behind the scenes, so it's a very friendly, like, positive environment.
Every time I would come in, it would just be a whole new experience. And just all the people were just so nice and inviting.
Everybody who works at LMC, they're just great to be around. It's a great laugh. It's, you know, it kind of feels like a family.
Welcome back here at Memorial Field alongside Stephen Assis. I'm Charlie McGraw, and Steve, it was a pretty good first quarter. I would say both teams got to be happy because, as we mentioned, Scarsdale, I mean, big underdogs. They're outsized, they're out. I mean, Mamaroneck is by far the best team in the section. I mean, Scarsdale, they beat North Rockland, but they're playing decent, and they got to be happy just trailing 2.
Absolutely, Charlie, and the fact that they're keeping the game close just gives them more confidence and enthusiasm as the game wears on. But we've seen it before, Charlie, how Mamaroneck can strike within seconds and get multiple goals within minutes. So we'll have to see how that shapes up here in the second quarter.
And they scored their goal with 27 seconds, although they didn't end the first half like they wanted to. They called a timeout and they weren't even able to get a shot off. It was after the buzzer did Scarsdale. And they pass it along here. Goldstein shot. What a save by Jack Freed! Unbelievable! He had 2 in a row. The first save was right at him. It was decent. And then the second one, the guy was right in front of him. He was basically losing his balance, and he was going down on his down, and he basically went back up somehow, and that's one of the best lacrosse saves you'll see.
It was really, truly spectacular. He was already off his feet, falling to the ground, and able to get his stick up to stop that point-blank putback.
And it was 2 in a row, and that's a great steal by Brady Alker as he'll pass, and it'll go just wide. As that was
Grant Malice thought he was finding the back of the net with that one, Charlie, but it was a good save, I believe, by Lerman.
Just got a piece of it if he did.
Either that or Malice sent it just barely wide of the post.
The one was hard at Free. It was a bouncer. He just got it on a fly. He put it away to the side, but the guy was literally wide open right in front of the goal, and Free came in and he kind of jumped in front of him and got off balance, and then he came back and just, that's a save that definitely play of the week. A shot and a score by the Tigers, Cole Soderlund.
A nice shot there by the
think it was
senior
assisted
midi.
by Rayner. Either Rayner or Glinsky.
Well, Galinsky had it and gave it up to Soderlund, who came up to the top and fired it just at the feet of Lerman. And the bounce proved effective as Lerman was unable to get his stick down in time to take the ricochet.
And that's how Mamaroneck's dangerous. I don't think we didn't see much of Soderlund at all in the first quarter. If he played, he didn't touch the ball much.
No, and I'll tell you, Charlie, the one thing Lohud, I think, in an attempt to try and find a weakness with this Mamaroneck team, said that they lack a little bit of depth. But we've seen firsthand how that's not necessarily so.
Well, their defense has a huge amount of depth, as we can see there. That was stolen and picked up by Nodef. And Nodef, what a move. And they knock it away, and then it's picked up by Soderlund. And he passes, and the Tigers take it forward. Defense is fired up because they made that happen after Scarsdale won the face-off. 9:50 to go here in the second, and a behind-the-back highlight reel pass by Martin goes, and then a low shot is saved on the knee. Another penalty?
I've got to say, Charlie, that behind-the-back pass by Martin, if you take a look at it right here, was right on target, just a little bit out in front of Soderlund, and I think maybe he wasn't really even anticipating it because of where it came from, but a beautiful attempt by Martin.
1 minute for slashing.
1 minute for slashing. Second penalty of the game, and this is Scarsdale's going to pull off the upset. They're going to have to eliminate their penalties, as that was the second one. That one I did not see, but I didn't, yeah.
No, it was hard to pick up, but in addition, Mamaroneck's hard enough to deal with at even strength. When you are man down, you are at their mercy because they are so talented at passing and catching. It is second nature to them.
Colby Baldwin, who committed the penalty for Scarsdale, as Mamaroneck just taking their time looking for the perfect shot. Looks like a hockey power play here. Who's going to take it? And they'll decide, and a nice save right at him, but it had a lot of English by Martin, and a good save by Lerman. He's up to about 6-7 saves, and they'll bring it up, and he does a good job distributing as Ben Miller has it. The long stick man. Miller will have it at the 40-yard line. Double teams. Ooh, poked away by Walker. Again.
My favorite move as a defender is to come front side and then loop over the top with the hook on the stick, and Walker able to do that effectively, but Scarsdale did a good job of recovering and maintaining possession.
And they did a good job of fighting off the man advantage as that expired a couple seconds ago, and it's back to even strength. So Mamaroneck 1 for 2 on the man advantages as they scored on that first one. And the defense just sucking up the middle of the field there.
Scarsdale showing their excellent talents and organization as a team, executing on several different opportunities, and they just haven't been able to get it past Freed as much as they would like.
Showing their patience, which they need, right. I mean, the defense is stopping them too. And even when they get by the defense, and that's a goal. It's got by 2 or 3 defenders, and that was Jason Koch, and it's 4-2. So Jason Koch with the first goal for Scarsdale in the second quarter, and as he got by 2 guys, went behind the goal and scored.
It was essentially a no-look shot, Charlie, as he shot it before anyone really thought he was going to, because he hadn't even turned to face the goal.
And he wound up shooting at close range, just like the other goal that Scarsdale scored. So maybe that's what they're going to need to do to score, is get pretty close. Although the other one came from a long pass from Colby Baldwin, and then they scored it right in front of the goal to Graydon Diamond. But both have come within about 6 or 7 yards of the goal, if not closer.
LaMonica and his 77% win percentage on display there, as he had a fast break opportunity but decided to settle it.
And that turnover takes the gas out of the crowd from Scarsdale. And bodies flying on the far side.
Yes, and that is a turnover, Charlie. It looked like there was plenty of contact, but it was all legal, and so Scarsdale recovers possession as that ball falls out of bounds.
4-2 Tigers, 7 minutes to go. A little lower on the lower end of the score than we thought, right, Steve?
Well, we knew that Scarsdale was going to slow the pace down as much as they could, and they've done that rather effectively. Lerman has done a good job in the cage, and Mamaroneck hasn't had the outburst that we're used to seeing.
We've played more than 17 and a half minutes now, and it's just the 6 goals. But definitely, the Scarsdale is doing that. The first time these two played, it was 6-6 at the half. It's 4-2 about halfway through this second quarter. And another turnover. A lot more on Frieda's out of the net. And the Raiders, he had a chance if he went from long range with Fried going back to the net, did Jamesley, but he didn't shoot it, Steve.
He had Fried backing up, literally backpedaling. And he could have chosen to try and lob it in, and now we have a penalty on the field.
First penalty of the game on Mamaroneck. 5 and counting, so they'll play it out until the penalty happens. If they have an extra ref because of the championship.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that stoppage was about. Now's a good time to mention the referees for the Section 1 championship are Aaron Zimmerman, Matt Powers, Will Garofalo, and John Hemsley, who is the chief box official.
Who's on the side. So trying to mention before, but we didn't have a chance. Mamaroneck has won the last 3 Section 1 Class A titles, so that goes back to 17, 18, 19, since there was no season last year. And this is Scarsdale's first appearance since 1985 in the section final. And they're 0-3, and their appearances were a decade or 2 before the other 2 appearances. And they're 0-3 in the section final. So 36 years since they've been in the section final.
Take a moment to recognize the leadership of Jack Betton, who has been able to make it all the way back from a fractured collarbone at the beginning of the football season and was healthy enough to suit up for tonight's game. He'll be in uniform number 13. And while we have a moment, mention Duda Jansen, the junior, number 41. You might see some number 41s or some DJs marked on the legs of the players. That is in tribute to their teammate who is home dealing with an illness, and everyone is actually wearing under their jerseys his shooting shirt with the name Jansen and number 41. So get better quick, Duda. We're all pulling for you.
Time of the penalty, 30 seconds.
2-minute advantage for 30 seconds. That close shot is a score. So they got close again within 5 or 6 feet, and Koch has his second, 2 goals for him, and it is 4-3, and that'll release 1 man, and if they can win the face-off, they could still have the man advantage, 1 man.
We'll have to figure out if it was a minor or a major and whether that releases it. We'll see once they line up for the face-off. I'll tell you this, Charlie, one thing you know about a 2-man advantage is that you are going to get shots on goal. It's just a question of the quality of the shot. And we saw there as they found Jason Koch coming from behind the net, and he was right there point blank. And it's hard to stop that kind of onslaught.
They only had it for for 30 seconds, and they scored about halfway through. Only needed about 5 or 6 passes, but that was a huge. That was must score basically. In 4-2, 2-man advantage, and you're right. It looks like it was.
It is. We are at full strength now.
Yeah.
So it's 4-3 with 5:20 left now, Charlie. Let's see what Mamaroneck can do to retaliate and respond to what has been some major momentum from the Raiders.
2 in a row. Mamaroneck went ahead 4-1 after leading after 3-1, and now 2 goals in a row for Scarsdale, and they have the ball within the 20. But as I said before, the close range goals from Scarsdale, they now have all 3 goals are within about 6 or 7 yards of the goal. And a late timeout call by Coach Barnard. Around the same time he called us before on a similar play. So we'll step aside and be right back with the final 4:53 of the second quarter. It's a good game here on LMC Media. 4-3 Mamaroneck Section 1 Class A Lacrosse Final.
My name is Sean. I am a regular volunteer here.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a volunteer. Today is my very first day. I've only been here about an hour.
Do you have a great idea for a YouTube video or a short film, but don't know how to make it happen? LMC Media has what you need. Our equipment cage is stocked with professional quality cameras, tripods, lighting, sound, cabling, and more. Our 768 square foot studio features a full lighting grid, wraparound green screen, teleprompter, TriCaster, and high definition cameras. To reserve equipment, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Steve Anastas on Troy McGraw. The special edition as we got 3 cameramen today. Steven Saputo, and on the other cameras are
Nick Gutierrez
and our other cameraman on the other side is Fabio Riso. So Scarsdale makes with Freed out of the box, and they score on the empty net. As back in action, it's 4-4. That is Matthew Raymond. So Freed takes it out here on the pass, and he gets it to about the 30, where he's knocked, and it's stolen away by Raymond after the pressure by Koch. And Raymond scores his first goal, and it's 4-4, and it's a brand new ball game. And he brought it too far.
A dangerous idea from Freed as he ran out near midfield. That goalie stick is not made for upfield cradling. It is very open to disruption and turnovers, and you saw the result there.
And they win the face-off. Wow, Scarsdale's got all the momentum. Paul LaMonica, and a good save by Freed to redeem himself. He got up high, got a piece of it, and he didn't even need to jump that high, and he was able to make the save, and now we'll see how Mamaroneck answers as Glinsky has it.
Glinsky does a good job of clearing there by himself after getting the ball from Freed. Now Rayner has it, and we'll see what Mamaroneck is able to do here, Charlie. Scarsdale, as we said, has all the momentum, but Mamaroneck is definitely the more talented team.
But Scarsdale definitely has the momentum, and in lacrosse, momentum is huge. As nice, and the momentum helped with a great save there. Got on his knees and made the save. Did Lehrman, his 8th, and Scarsdale pushes forward with that momentum, and that is Higgins, Julian Higgins.
Higgins is headed to Case Western Reserve for football, Charlie, but he has been a valuable member of this lacrosse team.
Playing in a lot of spurts as he just goes off after making that good play.
His speed is invaluable.
What's he play, safety or
running back?
Running back.
Right, I'm not sure what he'll be playing in college, but that is...
Nice save by Jack Freed. Huge. And a bad angle shot. Raymond? Yeah, Raymond.
Yes, Raymond. Freed has done a spectacular job in the goal for Mamaroneck today, Charlie. Made some amazing saves.
The one mistake led to the 4th goal, but we brought it out too long. But besides that, his saves have been superb. In the cage, can't get much better. Especially that 2-for-1 save he made. As I feel like Mamaroneck is priming to go ahead again here as they slow it down and give it to Glinsky. Scarsdale plays slow and with them down, but Mamaroneck has tried to do the same as they have it right here, and even gone close to midfield is Glinsky. So he'll bring it in now. And he'll bounce it, and a good save made by Lerman again, and picked up and scored by Grant Malice. So Malice's first goal of the game to go along with assist, and the future Bucknell Bison scores and makes it 5-4 off of
the carom off the rebound, Charlie. You saw the intelligence and the experience from the senior captain there as he realized that the defense was going to relax and exhale, so to speak, after that shot, as normally, almost the overwhelming majority of the time, the ball ends up out of bounds, or at least in a situation where you resettle the offense, and it gives the defense a chance to look around and see what's going on, and he attacked before anyone had the opportunity to see.
Does Glinsky get an assist for that, like in hockey, or no?
Not sure how that gets scored by the official scorer, but that was a shot on goal. I don't think it could be an assist as well.
Yeah. Well, in hockey, when a guy shoots and then they
a little bit different though, because the carom off the glove and the blocker and all the padding of the goalie, that doesn't happen so much in lacrosse. It's either in the stick or off the post.
Yeah, probably the assist. Yeah, off the post. So they win the face-off off a violation, and they throw it away, and that's a costly turnover as it's 5-4 with 1:41, and with this Mamaroneck offense, they could score again and make it 6-4, and who knows, maybe they're definitely built for high power. They could make it 7-4 with this 140.
Not to be too critical of these players here, Charlie, but in a game of this magnitude and play at this level, a simple turnover like that can prove to be the difference in a game. As you can recall, Mamaroneck hasn't had any errors like that.
Jack Ramsey, the first goal scorer of the game, who scored for Mamaroneck. Haven't seen him that much. Made a great play to get through two defenders and drawing the cheers of the crowd. And that shot, a nice save. Maybe hit the post.
I think it did hit the post. Not going to get a carom off that unless it's off his bone, and he would not be getting up if that were the hit. Ramsey putting his running back moves on display in that prior clear, Charlie.
Shoveled back from Lance to Miller. Less than a minute now, 35 seconds.
Henry Bennett doing his film research, knowing that that player that was charging in didn't have a left, and he stayed on his right and didn't allow him to come back for the whip shot.
Good timeout by Scarsdale, as figured they were going to hold for one shot if they could. And it's 5-4 Mamaroneck. 25 seconds left in the half. And we'll be right back on LMC TV as another late timeout by Scarsdale. And we'll be right back with the final 25 as they look to tie it as we approach halftime. Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Steven Assis. I'm Charlie McGraw. Our cameramen are Steve Saputo, Fabio Riso, and Nick Gutierrez. As once again, we have the three-man crew for this final, and Rob Moretti, the LMC community sports producer, is in the van as usual, as it'll be Scarsdale ball after they called their second time out of the game. And they'll bring it in 14 seconds. And Mamaroneck stifling defense will want to be on full display here. And we're down to 7 seconds. They got a shot, and they score in the corner. They just beat Freed with 3 seconds to go, and that was number 6, Jacob Goldstein, the freshman, his first goal of the game, and a huge time for that as he went far side as he was coming down, and Freed did a good job to stop the near side. He went far side. Freed guessed right, but it hit the how low he shot it was the difference. And with 3 seconds to go, we're going to go to the half tied at 5. As with the face-off, it's virtually impossible to score.
It was an impressive face dodge.
And Scarsdale, it's like they won the half, 5-5. You gotta figure, this is where they were though when they played on May 27th.
Right, I was about to say, Charlie, it was 6-6 to go into halftime in their last contest. But as you were alluding to, you have to figure that Scarsdale is feeling really optimistic coming in as the underdog against this Mamaroneck team.
Since they just tied it as well, and to end the half, and also this is a section championship, you never know what happens, but right now the momentum is on Scarsdale's side, and we'll see what will happen as we start the third quarter in about 10 to 12 minutes, so we'll be right back, and we'll see in 10 to 12 minutes. 5-5, Scarsdale Mamaroneck, in what is shaping up to be an instant classic here on LMC Media.
Thank you for watching LMC Varsity Sports. We hope to continue this service of streaming our school's varsity sports matches, but we can only do this with your support. Visit lmcmedia.org/donate and make your contribution today and keep this program going.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools, watching your government, with your neighbors. LMC Media, building community through media.
Do you need space for a meeting, conference, or presentation? LMC Media has what you need. Our 768 square foot studio space is ideal for many types of productions, readings, recitals, rehearsals, and workshops. The space has video recording capability, as well as daylight temperature lighting, green screen, and stage. 2 additional rooms at 208 and 156 square feet can be used for any of your needs. Auditions, meetings, classes, workshops, one-on-one instructions, and more. Both rooms feature video monitors with Chromecasting capability, making presentations a breeze. To reserve one or more of our spaces, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
My name is Sean. I'm a regular volunteer here.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a volunteer. Today is my very first day. I've only been here about an hour.
LMC just provides a lot of opportunities for volunteers.
This was the first opportunity I've ever had to be like in a professional news setting.
I've learned on camera, I learned post-production, I've learned everything that I could possibly learn about the world of TV and production in general.
everybody is extremely outgoing and very helpful. I think everyone seems to have a good time when they're making the show or behind the scenes, so it's a very friendly, positive environment.
Every time I would come in, it would just be a whole new experience. And just all the people were just so nice and inviting.
Everybody who works at LMC, they're just great to be around. It's a great laugh. It's, kind of feels like a family.
The LMC Media Production Van is a fully equipped mobile production unit. This custom-built van has cutting-edge professional video and telecommunications technology, high-definition cameras, and accommodates a full production crew. Interviews and events can be easily live-streamed from remote locations to the LMC cable channels and social media. This mobile unit allows for broadcasting from anywhere in our tri-municipal community and beyond. Sporting events, graduations, concerts, festivals, parades, and more. The LMC Media Production Van is ready to go whenever you need it.
Do you have a great idea for a YouTube video or a short film, but don't know how to make it happen? LMC Media has what you need. Our equipment cage is stocked with professional quality cameras, tripods, lighting, sound, cabling, and more. Our 768 square foot studio features a full lighting grid, wraparound green screen, teleprompter, TriCaster, and high definition cameras. To reserve equipment, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
LMC Media's YouTube channel is where you can connect to your community. You can easily find your favorite videos in a playlist or keyword search. Videos are added daily relating to your community, weekly updates, talk shows.
Welcome to another community conversation. I'm Michael Witch for LMC Media.
How-tos, and municipal meetings. Stay connected through video. Check it out and subscribe.
Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Roku in full high definition? Go to streaming channels and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and press OK. Your device will remember your selection in the future. From within the app, you can watch all 3 of LMC's channels live. Or check out municipal and school board meetings, varsity sports, and more on demand.
Everywhere you looked, you saw pain and loss.
The situation was dire, and I think we all needed to see some light in the darkness.
If you turned on the TV at night, all you saw were stories of loss and fear.
But on a local level, there was hope. And those were the stories that we wanted to focus on.
LMC stepped in and served as a communication bridge, not only to disseminate important information, but also to uplift our community.
LMC was able to showcase so many heroic acts taking place locally, stories that without hyperlocal media wouldn't have reached a viewing audience.
Welcome to LMC Media and our community conversations.
Our community conversations pieces were one way to let everyone know that despite all of the terrible tragedies taking place, there were amazing things happening in our community.
People look to those stories for hope and connection. I think that's what's so important. The fact that LMC has kept us all connected.
LMC taught us how to come together digitally. They helped us with every Zoom meeting from the start till now and kept us being able to connect with you.
I just want to thank LMC Media for being there for us throughout this emergency and for helping us look out for one another. You're a vital part of this community, and we could not function and govern and take care of our residents without your vital input.
Need technical support for your next meeting or presentation? LMC Media offers full-service meeting management virtually, in real life, or a hybrid of both. Our staff can run your meeting or webinar, set up for in-person audiences to interact, or provide a professional space for you to stream. Contact us for more information at info@lmcmedia.org.
Back here on LMC Varsity Sports alongside Steve Anastas, I'm Charlie McGraw, and after the Tigers led 4-1 after their first goal in the second, it's now 5-5 after Scarsdale tied it with 3 seconds to go in the half, and Scarsdale wins the faceoff. They've won about a little more than half.
I'd say it's just about 50-50, but Scarsdale may have the advantage, Charlie. I'll tell you, the crowd has been electrified here for the second half.
Yeah, they announced that they might not, that they're basically at full capacity, and if you leave, you risk not being able to come back in. As that's a scrum, and is he trying to pass to Jack Freed from there?
Max Motive had an ill-advised pass there, but it looks like they've retained possession.
Oh, that's a penalty.
Penalty comes in.
And they blow the whistle right in front of the Scarsdale student section, and the Scarsdale student section loved that hit, but it's a penalty and it's ill-advised. That was like a football tackle. That was
He definitely just threw his shoulder into him there. That was a little bit of a reckless play, but obviously they are feeling the adrenaline here in the third quarter, Charlie, as Scarsdale's trying to make an impact and make their presence felt. Trying to knock the big brother from next door off the mountain.
Yeah, they're hungry for the section championship. Never won it. 0-3 in finals, and the first appearance since 1985 in the section finals. And Mamaroneck's won the last 3 Class A section titles. And their rivals. And they're coming off a great upset over North Rockland at North Rockland. And that shot is deflected.
Shot sails way high over the goal, but Malice is back there to back up, Charlie, so they'll keep it, and here they come.
Ramsey took it. And nice catch and a block by Mamaroneck, the defender.
It's funny, the crowd was looking for a trip there, Charlie, but he just tripped himself.
Penalty expired, and that ball bounces on the pass by Alex Martin before the goal, backed up by 2 Mamaroneck players. They'll retain possession, and it's Tigers will get it
left
back.
now, Charlie, in the third quarter.
Not going to get a better atmosphere for a high school lacrosse game than this one. Light's still not on yet. I'm sure they'll be coming on soon, as it's almost 8 o'clock, and that was save made. He's in double digits in saves now for Lerman.
Rayner peppering the goal with shots. He's just not able to get it past Lerman, who's been on point here today.
Definitely, I would have to say he could be the MVP of the so far. And Freed has made a couple great saves as well, the two goalies.
Oh, what a goal by Rhett Chambers, his first of the game. He started with the ball that way, and then he went behind the back, and if that's not play of the week nominee, Rob is, that has to be instant play of the week nominee. Classic behind the back shot as he showed front side and then goes behind the head and tucks it in the upper corner on stick side.
And that is a Mo goal, as that fanciness, as they show the bench celebrating. Rob doing a good job getting all the cameras in play. But that's a goal that definitely will give the Tigers momentum if I've ever seen one. Rhett Chambers, the sophomore sensation goal, but Scarsdale gets the face-off. If that didn't put him atop, I think definitely just slipped by. Probably, if there are one or two more face-offs won for Scarsdale.
Barnard trying to mix things up a bit, putting Brady Auker in on the face-off versus Colby Baldwin.
Long stick. Isn't that makes it harder, right, with the face-off?
Well, no, you have more leverage with the longer stick, and not necessarily harder, but you don't have as much maneuverability. But Auker, with the physicality, I think, is what he was trying to employ there.
And he didn't win it, but yeah. But it's easier to make a violation, right? So,
well, that could happen as well, yes.
Yeah, which could happen in either way.
Good job by Verney riding the offensive player Goldstein there.
Scarsdale still has it, 8:52 left. Just the one goal in the second half, and that shot was a flick shot that nearly went above the fence in there. And where we usually park the van when it's not being used, it almost topped that fence too.
Which would have been trouble for the cars in that parking lot.
But it stayed in, and it went above a couple girls on the hill. As they're trying to go around, as Freed got taken around, they shot it, and a great save by Freed, and he runs after it.
Yeah, if anyone's felt the density of that Indian rubber lacrosse ball, you do not want that making contact with you at speed, let alone your vehicle.
Right. I thought you were going to say that with the goalies, but that's the goalie's job almost. But
yeah, to stand in front of it. I've never really understood why they don't wear shin guards, but that's the insanity of the lacrosse goalie.
At least some sort of shin guards, like the hockey or the. Nice save by Freed once again.
Good job by Rayner turning. I believe that was Ryan Ornstein backwards. It was either Ornstein or Baldwin, and forcing him to his weak side. Yes, that was Ornstein.
Mamaroneck can go up by 2 if they score here. 6:05, 7:40 to go.
Good job by Verney on the clear before, and now they get it over to Malice. Charlie, let's see what Mamaroneck's able to do.
And another good save, a huge save by Lerman. Bounced, he went low for it, and then he had to move his stick up high, and he makes the save, and he's got around a dozen.
Great technique there by Lerman, getting low to make sure the bounce didn't get under his stick, and then rising up with it to maintain possession. And to clear it right out to Wasserman.
Scarsdale can tie it up once again. I've only been tied at 5-5, it's 6-5. That went high of Freed.
Henry Bennett in position, and Mamaroneck regains possession on that missed shot.
As he out-hustled Koch. Koch, the only guy in the game with 2 goals.
So Charlie, we talked about the unnecessary turnovers. by Scarsdale earlier. Mamaroneck now with its second unforced turnover, and there they almost forced a turnover by the Raiders.
Hacking away is Alker, but he can't. Now they get it away from him. Picked up on a scramble by Koch.
Great physicality by the Tigers here on defense.
Been a very physical game overall, which you expect from a section final, leaving it all out there. Last game for both teams, too.
Glad to see they're letting them play as well.
Yeah, definitely. Only a couple penalties. It were from the get-go. And that, they tried their own backhand. Not as crafty as the goal from Chambers, but that one was wide.
Baldwin and Raymond were there to back that up, so Scarsdale will keep possession. 5:55 remaining, Charlie, in the third quarter.
This game has had good pace, not a lot of stoppages, and it's been good, no injuries, but no just a couple of timeouts and a couple of penalties. Besides that, the game has flowed very well. 6-5, 5:35 left now, and that shot is wide. Oh wow, that was backed up, and the backup, usually you're there to get possession on the shot, but he was there to pick it up. Like,
Jason Koch did a great job of catching that missed shot.
You never see that. And that helped, but it didn't lead to a goal, but it kept the possession, and now there starts a new possession here.
Well, because Mamaroneck was able to execute and maintain discipline on defense.
And they're able to watch. Freed might have got another piece. He's been excellent. 5:06 now.
See Jack Betton now in the game at defensive midfield for Mamaroneck. Great to see him getting some important action here in a one-goal game. Betton, a spectacular football player, will likely be playing Division I football after a PG year next year. Always has been very serviceable and effective with his speed, strength, and physicality for this lacrosse team.
Scarsdale's had it for more than a minute now. And they score, finally! More than a minute, and it's a goal by Diamond, his second of the game, so he joins Koch as having 2 goals each, and Goldstein and Raymond have the other goals for Scarsdale, and we're tied again, 6-6, as Patience, about a minute and a half possession.
He received the pass with his right and looked like he was going to stay right, and then switched back left and fired an awesome left-handed shot, top shelf.
Got it from Goldstein, it looked like, the pass. The switching of the sticks, so that's the 2 goals. We had that unbelievable goal scored by Chambers to start that started the quarter, the scoring, and then that goal too was pretty nifty. And the fact that it took about a minute and a half of their possession, and they throw it away after winning the thing. And that's a frustrating turnover for the Raiders.
They've had a couple of those before. We've alluded to them. We'll see. And there is Mamaroneck throwing it away right and giving it right back. These unforced errors could prove costly
for both teams. But who will it plague more? It seems like, though, the turnovers are pretty close, if not. I mean, they're both higher than they want to be.
Yeah, definitely. With the two teams of this capability, Charlie, you want to limit those to nearly 0. So the fact that they've each had a handful is definitely troubling to the coach. I've got to hand it to Coach Jamie Sinowitz. He has put in a great game plan to try and minimize the effectiveness and productivity of the Mamaroneck star, Alex Martin. He usually is much more productive, and they've just been able to keep it away from him for the most part. We'll see if he's able to turn it on here in the second half.
Jack Freed with a great save, and then he covered it up and made the play from the defense. And right on cue, Martin picks it up now. Oh, he got knocked to the ground, and that's a turnover by Mamaroneck. And they pass back to Lerman, and Lerman swings it the other way, and now Scarsdale has it. Just another Mamaroneck turnover. And the long stick of Ben Miller brings it up.
And the hockey player, Max Noda, sends the Scarsdale Raider to the ground and knocks the ball free, and results in a turnover.
And the
Scarsdale fans are none too pleased.
The student section was like the Cameron Crazies right on top of the ref over there. And the, I don't know, what are they, the athletic security that came from Scarsdale had to basically stand and back them up. But 2:15 now, and what has probably been our most even period between both teams, and a lot of turnovers by both teams. Just the one goal, a doozy of a goal by Chambers, and a great goal as well by was it Diamond? And it's 6-6.
The composure and patience of the Tigers offense has been impressive. We'll see if they can make it pay here, Charlie.
So they're taking their time with this almost near minute possession now. And if he didn't get a piece of it, he reacted like he did Lerman, but they shoot it, and it's backed up by Scarsdale.
And you can tell that play is usually designed to be a goal because there was no one left to back up on the shot. So Scarsdale was given possession on the miss.
Yeah, I was just going to say to you, don't they usually, aren't you always supposed to have somebody backing up so you can keep the possession?
But the way that play was designed, everyone had their position and there wasn't someone backing up.
Right, it's all or nothing, and it cost them. So Scarsdale gets near it. They drops out of the stick of Coach Koch, and it's picked up by Freed, who's done a good job of that.
Spectacular defense there on crease defense by Max Notiff, able to disrupt the stick of the recipient on that pass.
And Freed goes out when he lost the ball and it cost the fourth goal of the game. He went basically to the 40 there. He goes to the 35, and they didn't pressure him as hard, and he's able to get rid of it. And now Mamaroneck has it behind the goal, and Martin with 40 seconds, and we want to hold for one, or at least close to one here. 30 seconds and counting now.
He has Chambers there to set the pick for him.
Chambers gets free, and a good idea by Martin, and it's scrum for at midfield. Meanwhile, 15 seconds are left in the period, and it's a foul on Scarsdale, and their fans can't believe it once again. And they'll bring it up with 12 seconds, and they gotta hurry here. Rayner has it. 7 seconds. Rayner triple teamed, and he shoves it. It's kept in at the buzzer. No good. Picked up by Scarsdale, and Rayner's shaken up. Good sportsmanship by Scarsdale as they check on Rayner, and he's limping. Hopefully he's okay. So when we get back, we'll have a fourth quarter here, 6-6, as we have a doozy of a game, about as good of a Section 1 Class A final as you can get in. We'll be right back with the final quarter here on LMC Varsity Sports.
LMC Media's YouTube channel is where you can connect to your community. You can easily find your favorite videos in a playlist or keyword search. Videos are added daily relating to your community, weekly updates, talk shows.
Welcome to another community conversation. I'm Michael Witch for LMC Media.
How-tos, and municipal meetings. Stay connected through video. Check it out and subscribe.
Steve Anastas back with you at Mamaroneck High School alongside Charlie McGraw. I'll be taking you the rest of the way here on the play-by-play. It is a tie score, 6-all. Mamaroneck versus Scarsdale for all the marbles here in Section 1 lacrosse. It has been a spectacular contest between these two talented rosters. And the opening face-off of the fourth quarter is won by Scarsdale.
It's been the story of the defense and the goalies. They've been spectacular, Steve. Lerman for Scarsdale and Freed have been great in goal, and the defense has been great on both sides too. 6-6 lower scoring of games, but that's what the halftime score was the last time these two played.
That's right.
And it was after 3 quarters today.
Henry Rayner trying to score on that last possession for Mamaroneck, went down hard and had a player, I believe that was Matthew Surin, land on top of him. We'll see if he's able to return.
He's not in now.
Luckily, Mamaroneck is littered with talented scorers, but right now it's all about the defense. Another turnover, and offsides by Scarsdale gives possession to Grant Malice and the Tigers. Let's see if Malice is able to take advantage of this odd man rush opportunity here. No, he will settle and get it out to Galinsky.
Thought he could have went quick, Steve, and maybe had a chance for a good shot, but they decide to settle, and no Rayner, but Martin has it now.
The stick handling of Malice and Martin could be on display here. There is Ramsey, shot wide as he sends Julian Glantz to the turf.
With a forearm. That was like the nastiest stiff arm in lacrosse I've ever seen.
Ramsey now has it, gets it out top to Galinsky. Galinsky winds up his legs. The lefty shot, save by Lerman. And Scarsdale on the clear on the far side, now reverses field. Malice harasses Lerman, and the pass to Wasserman is fumbled momentarily. And now the turnover is picked up by Chambers.
Great play by Denty to scrum it up and then put it forward, and Chambers picked it up.
The Mamaroneck faithful getting loud for their Tigers here in the fourth quarter. 9:40 remaining, all tied at 6.
Turnovers have been very costly for Scarsdale here in this fourth quarter.
Yet Lerman has been able to save them with his beautiful play in the goal. Chambers with a spin move, fumbles the ball, trying to pass to Martin. Wasserman picks it up. He's ridden out of bounds, throws it back in, and they try and keep it from going over the end line, but they are unsuccessful, so Alex Martin will take it with 9:07 remaining.
Still 6-6.
Quick pass and a goal to Chambers. Oh, the intelligence from the Mamaroneck offense on display once again as Alex Martin finds Chambers in front of the crease, and the point-blank shot in the back of the net for the lead, 7-6.
Great pass behind the goal from Martin, Alex Martin, and he almost called him his brother Ben, but he makes the great pass to Rhett Chambers, and Chambers scores his second of the game. This one not a highlight reel, but a huge one as it makes it 7-6.
So 9:03 remaining, and Mamaroneck gets the slim lead they've been looking to regain ever since Scarsdale tied it up.
And they do it before the 3-minute mark of this quarter, as it was 9:03, and they get that face-off.
Illegal procedure by the Raiders gives possession to the Tigers, and there is Henry Rayner, all 6'2.5" of him, back in the game. He will not be kept out of this sectional final here in the fourth quarter.
The junior bearing down and getting in there despite the little limp.
Chambers puts a spin move on, sends it behind the goal. Malice lost track of it for a second. Glinski with the shot. And Malice back there to back it up. And Mamaroneck keeps possession, 8:23 remaining.
Chambers has the 2 goals in the second half for the Tigers, both of them. The highlight reel and the recent one.
There is Chambers again, shot off the, either save or off the post. Martin tried to scoop it in or shovel it in. Ball still loose after the hit by Galinsky, and it looks like that'll be a cross-check coming up when Scarsdale loses possession here, as there's Laundry on the field.
The defense on Scarsdale, they double team Martin basically every time he touches the ball. Like you said before, Coach Sinowitz has done a great job of having him marked, and he's double marked, and he can't score.
Absolutely. Scarsdale unfortunately puts the ball on the ground, and after it's bounced around a little bit, Brady Auker picks it up, and that brings the penalty into effect. And yes, it will be a cross-check on, I believe, Alex Martin.
Literally had 3 guys covering him, and then when they came out after losing the ball, and then he cross-checked. He only has a goal and assist, which Steve said before is very low, below his average. He's probably averaging a couple goals a game.
He has been putting in a lot of effort and playing very well, but Scarsdale has had their defense focused on him, and it's just been hard for him to become productive.
Yeah, because Coach Sinowitz said that's the game plan that he told his guys probably. They wanted double teams. Although when he had that assist that led to that last goal, it was because he was behind the goal.
And it was a breakdown. Yeah, everything was off kilter, so.
Yeah, when he's in shooting range, double team him is probably the game plan or something. And they even triple one time.
Mamaroneck is not on the man down too often, but when they are, they're one of the best penalty killers in Section 1, which is why they've only lost 1 game. Shot, score! Jason Koch with his 37th goal of, his 19th goal of the season, and a crucial one to tie it up, and his 3rd goal of the game.
Hat trick for Koch, first guy in the game to score 3 goals, as Diamond has 2 and Chambers has 2 for Mamaroneck, and that ties it at 7, but the man advantage, I think just as it was winding up, or it was still on the man advantage when they scored, bouncing it home.
That actually makes it his 22nd goal of the season, with 7:18 remaining, and Auker wins the faceoff for the Tigers, gets it up to Rayner.
That's a guy who doesn't usually take him. But that just shows you his lacrosse ability.
His physicality against Baldwin is what Coach Barnard realized would be effective. Malice looks to break in towards the crease, and instead peels off and gets it out to Rayner.
Wait till Cornell sees that he's taking some faceoffs.
Yes, they are definitely pleased with that ability. Rayner breaks down his defender. Shot bounces high over the goal, and Chambers and Malice are there to back it up. 6:39 remaining, all tied up at 7 here at Memorial Field. Charlie McGraw, Stephen Astis, proud to be bringing you sectional finals for Section 1. The league champions, Mamaroneck Tigers.
In our final game of the LMC Media spring sports season.
Oh, pass off target. Ramsey thought about the backhanded shot. Instead, he settled it out, got it to Malice, who now gives it to Galinsky. Rayner back to Galinsky.
Lucky to keep it, Steve. They were lucky as they scrummed. It was loose there.
Yes, that was an off-kilter play for sure there. They move it around quickly. Martin thinks about continuing on to Malice. Now he's going to break down the defender. Gets in front. Unable to find the angle. Pass to Malice. Thinks about the whip. And they will stay with possession and try and start it up again. 5 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the game. Score still knotted at 7. Malice looks to find a crease. Gets it over to Ramsey. Ramsey is harassed. by Koch. Trevor Koch on him. Shot saved by Lerman.
Huge save by Lerman. He's made a couple of those. It's also great because he catches them too. It doesn't bounce off him.
It's like a block shot in basketball where they catch it instead of sending it out of bounds.
Exactly, so they can't back it up, and Mamaroneck can't have the opportunity to keep the possession.
Great job of clearing by the Raiders now as we tick under 5 minutes to go in regulation.
Just a great game here at Memorial Field.
Max Notiff defending Jake Goldstein. Goldstein drops back out and then sends it over to Baldwin. No, sorry, that's Raymond. Now Baldwin. Baldwin thinks about the left, goes back to the right. Back pedals out. And we'll start it up again.
4:15 left now in regulation.
Charlie Dente on defense there. And Brady Walker once again disrupts the offensive flow. Alex Burney does a great job of knocking it off of Scarsdale. And then races off the field as they do a mass substitution to get their offensive roster on the field. Max Notiff will have it for Mamaroneck and sends it over to Jack Freed.
4 minutes.
Freed once again dancing with the devil, and he lays the ball out in front nicely for Galinsky. Takes him a bounce or two to get to it, but Mamaroneck now has it on offense. Chambers to Malice. Malice over to Martin. Has it picked off by Surin. And here come the Raiders.
Best interception of the game for the timing and just the reach of Matthew Surin. Haven't called his name much all game. And a good timeout by Scarsdale.
With 3:24 remaining, the score is tied 7-all. We'll be back for the remainder of the game here on LMC Varsity Sports.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools. Watching your government. With your neighbors. LMC Media, building community through media.
Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Roku in full high definition? Go to streaming channels and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and press OK. Your device will remember your selection in the future. From within the app, you can watch all 3 of LMC's channels live. Or check out municipal and school board meetings, varsity sports, and more on demand.
Stephen Assis back here with Charlie McGraw for the final 3:24 of regulation between Scarsdale and Mamaroneck. The score is tied at 7-all, and Scarsdale has possession. The crowd is going crazy here as they are feeling the energy on the field and the excitement of this amazing sectional final. And we begin the final 3:20 as Colby Baldwin gets it over to and back to the X for Scarsdale. Koch now sends it over to Ornstein, and Baldwin has it again. Scarsdale trying to find an opportunity to attack this stout Mamaroneck defense. Pass over to Diamond.
Wonder how long it'll actually take for them.
Jack Benton manhandling Baldwin. And Baldwin now spins free of him. Verney now on him. Shot saved. Jake Goldstein tries to get it past Freed. No dice.
Gotta imagine Freed's repertoire playing in such big hockey games and Section 1 and just in general definitely have to help him in these big moments.
Galinsky had it. A couple of stick checks, knocked it free, and now we have a timeout by Mamaroneck. So 2 minutes, 12 seconds remaining. Charlie, what a game. We'll be back in just a moment on LMC Varsity Sports. Charlie McGraw and Stephen Astis on LMC Media here for the final 2:12 of regulation. Mamaroneck has possession. I believe that is Jack Ramsey out near midfield. Brings it into the offensive zone. Tries to get past Jamesley and brings it back to Galinsky. So much youth on both these rosters. This should be the rivalry for the next few years. Rayner stripped, and Scarsdale's headed the other way. 1:45 remaining, and Scarsdale now on offense has the odd man rush.
They already used their timeout, Steve, so.
The sophomore Colby Baldwin now has it. Gets it over to the freshman Jacob Goldstein. Just under 90 seconds remaining here in regulation. Scarsdale looks to be holding for possibly a final shot. Oh, and another loose ball. Good job by Notiff to keep it loose. And now cradles it, sends it upfield. Malice has it, gets it over to Dente. 55 seconds remaining, and Mamaroneck now on offense.
What a play by Max Notiff. Unbelievable.
Crucial steal by Notiff. Let's see if Mamaroneck can make it pay. Timeout called on the field. Barnard calls his final timeout with 43 seconds remaining, and the score tied at 7. Amazing sectional final here, an instant classic. We'll be back in just a minute on LMC Varsity Sports.
Do you need space for a meeting, conference, or presentation? LMC Media has what you need. Our 768 square foot studio space is ideal for many types of productions, readings, recitals, rehearsals, and workshops. The space has video recording capability, as well as daylight temperature lighting, green screen, and stage. 2 additional rooms at 208 and 156 square feet can be used for any of your needs. Auditions, meetings, classes, workshops, one-on-one instructions, and more. Both rooms feature video monitors with Chromecasting capability, making presentations a breeze. To reserve one or more of our spaces, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org.
Charlie McGraw and Stephen Astis back with you for the final 43 seconds of regulation. Mamaroneck has possession on the far side. The crowd is going nuts.
So loud.
Malice has it. Clock is rolling under 40. He'll go back to the X. Racing now across the crease. Gets it over to Chambers. Chambers to Galinsky. He'll consider breaking down the defense from the top. 20 seconds remaining. Mamaroneck initiates their offensive set. Malice has it. The senior captain looks for a teammate to pass it to. Switches directions. He's ridden. Pass to the far side and he throws it away. Rayner brings it, and that is the end of regulation. So we are headed to overtime here at Mamaroneck High School. An amazing contest between the remaining two teams here in Section 1. The top-seeded Mamaroneck Tigers versus the Scarsdale Raiders. We'll be back with overtime action in just a minute here on LMC Varsity Sports.
My name is Sean. I'm a regular volunteer here.
Hi, I'm Paul. I'm a volunteer. Today is my very first day. I've only been here about an hour.
LMC just provides a lot of opportunities for volunteers.
This was the first opportunity I've ever had to be like in a professional news setting.
I've learned on camera, I learned post-production, I've learned everything that I could possibly learn about the world of TV and production in general.
Everybody is extremely outgoing and very helpful. I think everyone seems to have a good time when they're making the show or behind the scenes, so it's a very friendly, like, positive environment.
Every time I would come in, it would just be a whole new experience. And just all the people were just so nice and inviting.
Everybody who works at LMC, they're just great to be around. It's a great laugh. It's, it kind of feels like a family.
Thank you for watching LMC Varsity Sports. We hope to continue this service of streaming our school's varsity sports matches, but we can only do this with your support. Visit lmcmedia.org/donate and make your contribution today and keep this program going. Mamaroneck versus Scarsdale, overtime sectional final. It is sudden death, and Brady Ocker
against Paul LaMonica. And a penalty is called as LaMonica goes to the ground.
Wow. There was like a big hit, and then there might have been a late hit after.
So they blew the whistle dead while the ball seemed to be loose. The Scarsdale fans felt they had it because they did end up with possession just as the whistle blew. So that is frustrating for them. But no matter, now with 3:53 remaining on the clock, Scarsdale will have an extra man opportunity, and Mamaroneck will have to play man down. Scarsdale with exactly the opportunity they would be hoping for to see if they can get a shot on goal and get one past Jack Freed to win the sectional title.
Really hard chance now for Mamaroneck as to go on a power, to give up a penalty in overtime like that, but it was the right call as it was a dangerous hit.
Here comes Goldstein, gets it over to Diamond, and now the ball goes behind the goal.
You said their kill is the best, one of the best in Section 1, and we saw it earlier. Let's see if they gotta be here.
They're gonna need it here. They have a long stick on offense. It's Ben Miller. Shot saved by Freed.
Huge save by Jack Freed. He was going the other way and he put his stick and he trapped it. And no, penalty's not over.
So now Charlie Dente tries to clear it, and a whistle and a timeout called by Coach Barnard, as Mamaroneck is thrilled with the fact that Freed came up with that save, and Mamaroneck now has possession. We'll be back in just a moment on LMC Media.
Do you have a great idea for a YouTube video or a short film, but don't know how to make it happen? LMC Media has what you need. Our equipment cage is stocked with professional quality cameras, tripods, lighting, sound, cabling, and more. Our 768 square foot studio features a full lighting grid, wraparound green screen, teleprompter, TriCaster, and high-definition cameras. To reserve equipment, contact us at reserve@lmcmedia.org. Did you know you can watch LMC Media on your Apple TV in full high definition? Go to the App Store and search for ScreenWeave. Install the Cablecast ScreenWeave channel. Look for the green icon. Open the channel, scroll to LMC Media, and press OK. Your device will remember your selection in the future. From within the app, you can watch all 3 of LMC's channels live.
Stephen Assis and Charlie McGraw back with you for the final 3:16 of the first overtime. The score still tied, obviously, as Mamaroneck has regained possession. Blinsky gets it back to Freed, and Mamaroneck will have to clear. Henry Bennett. Oh, and it's deflected now. Brady Auker has it. Ben Miller harasses him, but now Henry Rayner has it. And Mamaroneck will go at full strength into their offense. Offsides called.
Wow.
And Mamaroneck turns it over.
Barnard can't believe it. Scarsdale saved their timeout.
Oh, the player came over the midline before the other player went off the field. So now Scarsdale has it in their offensive zone. Ryan Ornstein settles it up top. The sophomore brings it behind the goal. He's being guarded by Jack Betton. Betton playing tight D on Ornstein. Hands him off to Notif. It's now up top with Baldwin. Baldwin goes to the left, shot wide. And Jason Koch back there to back up the shot. So with 2:15 remaining here in the first overtime. And we have another timeout called this time by the Raiders. So we'll step away once more here on LMC Varsity Sports.
The LMC Media Production Van is a fully equipped mobile production unit. This custom-built van has cutting-edge professional video and telecommunications technology, high-definition cameras, and accommodates a full production crew. Interviews and events can be easily live-streamed from remote locations to the LMC cable channels and social media. This mobile unit allows for broadcasting from anywhere in our tri-municipal community and beyond. Sporting events, graduations, concerts, festivals, parades, and more. The LMC Media Production Van is ready to go whenever you need it.
Charlie McGraw and Steve Anastas back on LMC Varsity Sports. Scarsdale has possession behind the Mamaroneck goal. Their first sectional finals appearance in 35 years, only their fourth sectional finals appearance ever, trying to unseat the reigning three-time sectional champ, Mamaroneck Tigers.
Great defense by Notif. Less than 2 minutes now. They put 4 minutes for the first overtime, so obviously if it's still tied, we're playing a second overtime. So I guess another 4 minutes.
Right, exactly. Baldwin gets it over to Ornstein. Ornstein races right. He's harassed by Dente. Looks to pass inside. Goes around the goal. Doesn't have anyone. He's now on goal. Shot saved by Freed.
Great save by Jack Freed. Near side of the goal.
Picked up by Scarsdale. Here comes Ornstein. Pass inside, not handled. Freed knocks it away. They look to pass inside, they go behind the goal, pass in front, deflected away. Whistle, and the ball goes to Scarsdale.
No penalty. 1:03 left in this first overtime.
Jason Koch has it up top. Taking his time, under 1 minute remaining here in the first overtime.
Backs up
Dente switches up with Verney, and Verney goes to meet him out near midfield. Dente on Baldwin.
35 seconds left.
Scarsdale biding their time, waiting for an opening. Mamaroneck patiently setting up their defense. Pass up top, goes to the point, shot wide. And Freed races, and it's Mamaroneck possession with 15 seconds left.
Wow, the senior Freed dove, literally laid out his body to get the call from the official, and that hustle and that dive could have been the difference of getting the possession. There was a guy on the other side from Scarsdale, but
Ramsey to Auker, Auker to Malice, 5, shot, saved by Lerman. And that is the end of the first overtime. An amazing environment here at Memorial Field. Everyone on their feet. We'll be back in just a moment on LMC Media.
The LMC Media production van is a fully equipped mobile production unit. This custom-built van has cutting-edge professional video and telecommunications technology, high-definition cameras, and accommodates a full production crew. Interviews and events can be easily live-streamed from remote locations to the LMC cable channels and social media. This mobile unit allows for broadcasting from anywhere in our tri-municipal community and beyond. Sporting events, graduations, concerts, festivals, parades, and more. The LMC Media production van is ready to go whenever you need it.
Stephen Astis back here with Charlie McGraw for double overtime in the Section 1 Sectional Championship. Mamaroneck and Scarsdale knotted at 7. Charlie, what a game.
Huge face-off here, Steve, for double overtime. We saw there not many possessions in the first overtime. Mamaroneck maybe had it once, and Scarsdale had it for about 3 minutes, and they win this. Wow.
Oh, they call the push on Mamaroneck, will give Scarsdale possession. Auker did an excellent job of defending on that face-off, but they call the violation, not a penalty, so Mamaroneck will be at full strength. But Scarsdale with possession. Mamaroneck going right to left on your screen. Scarsdale left to right.
As they switch sides after the first overtime.
Right, exactly. We are fully under the cover of darkness and the lights shining brightly on Memorial Field. Scarsdale with the shot. Oh, in front of the goal. Sitting loose. Freed knocks it away.
On the line. I've never seen that. It sat on the line. Freed knocked it away. I think because he just got a piece of it to stop it, and then it stops basically on the line,
yes,
or right before it.
Both goalies standing on their heads here tonight at Mamaroneck High School. What a performance.
But that save was unbelievable. Got a piece and then it was on the line and he knocked it away.
Ornstein now up top. Tries to break down David Belisle. Pass. I guess that was called a shot, yes. Sailed very wide of the goal. It looked almost to be a pass to Koch behind the goal, but they call it a shot. He backs up, and Scarsdale wisely calls another timeout here in double overtime. We'll be back in just a moment on LMC Varsity Sports.
Larchmont Mamaroneck, this is your media center. Live mobile production van. In-studio recording. Podcasting. Social media. In your schools. Watching your government. With your neighbors. LMC Media. Building community through media.
Stephen Astis and Charlie McGraw back here on LMC Varsity Sports. Scarsdale has possession with 2.5 minutes remaining in double overtime. What a performance by both teams here tonight. Ornstein looks for a crease, passes the other side. Scarsdale waiting for a clean shot. They do not have one yet. Nodif defends Goldstein. Goldstein comes out, goes to the ground. Ball is loose. Mamaroneck has it. They get it out front. And here comes Auker. Auker thinks about a shot for a moment. Gives it up. Shot! Saved by Lerman. Gets it up top, and here comes the fast break. Pass. Shot! Score! Scarsdale wins! It is Bedlam on the field with 1:44 remaining in overtime. Braden Diamond scores the game winner for Scarsdale. And the fans rush the field.
Wow, what a sequence. Mamaroneck had the break after stopping them. They had a chance to score. He makes the save. They go on the other end. They pass. Diamond gets within 7 yards. Within the goal again, within 10 yards. Close range. Freed was unbelievable all night. And I don't think a Major League Lacrosse goalie could have saved that shot.
There are no losers here tonight, but there can be only one winner. And that is the Scarsdale Raiders 2021 Boys Lacrosse Section 1 champion. What an amazing game here tonight in double overtime. Braden Diamond with the game winner and the 8-7 victory. Just an incredible game here between the number 1 seeded Mamaroneck Tigers and the number 3 seeded Scarsdale Raiders.
Unbelievable. It's an honor to be part of it, Steve, and I know we said they were the underdog, and they played their best. They played their best. They played great, Scarsdale, and they had a game plan and they executed, and the game went nearly, that was about 1 minute and 30 seconds left, and 1:44 left in overtime. So they played 6 minutes and 16 seconds of extra lacrosse, and it was an unbelievable game, and they shouldn't hang their heads. And there's a lot of the Mamaroneck players still on the ground, but most of them are up now. But that was the best lacrosse game they'll probably ever be a part of on both sides. It hurts for Mamaroneck, and it's great for Scarsdale, but bottom line, it was a great game. It was everyone a part of it should be proud of that they played in it, and just they're going to look back on it one day, and you can go to YouTube and rewatch the game tomorrow.
Charlie, the defensive strategy by Scarsdale and Coach James Sinowitz to limit the productivity of the Mamaroneck Stars and congest the middle to keep those one-timers from happening seemed to be the difference in the game. Mamaroneck just unable to get into the flow that they are accustomed to getting into. And Scarsdale kept it close and kept climbing back into it, pushing it all the way to not only overtime, but double overtime, before finally Braden Diamond puts it in the back of the net and dashes the four-peat sectional hopes of the Mamaroneck Tigers. So for our cameramen, Fabio Riso, Steven Saputo, and Nick Gutierrez, for our sports producer, Rob Moretti, and for our executive director, Matt Sullivan, for Charlie McGraw, I'm Stephen Astis, thanking you for watching LMC Varsity Sports.